is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Ain't nothing changed, nothing new here to see. This ain't nothing but some political maneuvering.
America.
Welcome to the eulogy, eat it up. It's called political buffoonery.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to This Week in DUMBmocracy, where we showcase some of the dumbest newsmakers of the week. We're taking a break from our regularly scheduled political coverage, and we're going to start looking at what's going on in the world around us, especially in mainstream American culture right now, because as we all know, politics is downstream from culture. It's sort of the driving force behind our politics. And honestly, how many committee hearings and press conferences and political buffoons can you cover before you just go absolutely insane? I'm kind of getting to that point right now myself. So let's take a breather from the Trump trials and Biden's lies, and let's look at what's going on around us. And one of the big news stories around us these days is this video that surfaced concerning Diddy and some domestic violence with his partner, and how there's other allegations going on that I can't mention on YouTube, but it involves minors. And it's all out there and it's being discussed, so we should discuss it as well, because after all, I'm your conduit to hip-hop culture, right?
I'm with it. I'm hip.
Okay, that was a really bad joke, and I freely admit it, and I take it back. But let's just focus on what we're good at, and that's political intersecting with culture. And that's what happened earlier this week when CNN tried to wade into this controversy involving Diddy by interviewing another rapper, Cameron. And let's just say the results were completely embarrassing and disastrous for CNN. CNN got totally played by Cameron, and honestly, they deserved every bit of it. What am I talking about? Well, you're going to see what I'm talking about, but before we get to it all, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other shows. And if you like what you're seeing here in this or any other video on the channel, you guys already know what to do. You're going to smash that thumbs up button. You're going to like, comment, and share the show with your friends, all that good stuff, because all that feeds the YouTube algorithm.
It just needs to be fed.
So feed it.
Thank you guys again so much for all that you do to help grow the channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. We're like 130-ish away from it. It's a great milestone, especially because we've only been back for about a year, and it's all thanks to you guys, so thank you so much for all that you do. Keep on keeping on. You're doing a great job, and for all you newbies who happen to find this little political channel and found us not talking about politics, I hope that this video earns your subscription as we discuss CNN's buffoonery in covering the controversies surrounding Diddy and what they did to try to drum up some additional drama in this case. Before we begin the clip, let me just ask you guys a question just to start off with here. If you're a buffoonish national news network like CNN, and you're faced with this story, you got to cover this story with Diddy and the controversy and the allegations and the videos coming out and all that, what do you do to stand out in a crowd of national news, cable news, network news, and entertainment news in order to get your market share of viewers and ratings with this story? How do you get your pound of flesh out of this story faced with other specialized networks that probably do it better than you? Well, if you're Abby Phillip and if you're CNN, you bring on another rapper to talk crap about Diddy, of course. And that's what I think CNN was trying to do here with this interview by Abby Phillip with rapper Cameron. He's also a podcaster. He seems like a very cool guy, by the way. I'm by no means a consumer of hip-hop, at least not anymore, not since my high school days. But it seemed to me that Abby Phillip was trying to dig up dirt on Diddy, get an insider perspective, if you will, from Cameron. And let's just say this all screwed up spectacularly. Let's get to it.
First, when you saw that video of Diddy, Cassie in that hotel, did you recognize that Sean Combs?
What I want to say, first of all, when I seen the video, everything in the video was egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, yeah, I was kind of upset with it. No, being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend, but yeah, I was upset when I seen it. But
great answer. Perfect answer from Cameron here. I don't rock with Diddy, he's saying basically. I get that. I know him. We're in the same workplace, I guess. We're competitors in a way. So he's saying, I don't condone any of it. I don't support him. The allegations are horrible. He doesn't support violence. Great answer. But that wasn't what Abby Phillip was looking for. She was looking for, tell us about the real Sean Combs. Have you seen this side of him before? As if every rapper hangs out with every other rapper and they all know each other and they all know intimately how they are, right? It's painting this particular community with a very broad brush. Kind of surprising when you think about, the diversity, equity, inclusion of the left and leftist networks like CNN, and they're doing what they say people on the right do in this interview right now.
Did you
as far as
recognize
everything I
him?
just said,
Did you recognize
Right,
that
I
kind of
wasn't-
anger at all
Stirring up some shit. Just a little bit.
from your
I don't
experiences?
know him like that. What do you mean? Do I be recognized? Did I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing, but he admitted it was him. So
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Cameron's smart. He knows the game right now. He's been on this merry-go-round before. I'm sure he's been interviewed by tougher people than Abby Phillip when it comes to hard-hitting questions about things. I don't know about media training and all of that, but Cameron is holding his own in this interview, and he sees through the game of Abby Phillip and CNN right now.
Think about the apology that he gave in that other video.
ain't me for this. The apology ain't for me to decide. It's for Cassie. What I think about it don't matter. He ain't do nothing to me. Cassie need to ask Cassie if she accept the apology. I told you how I feel. I said what I said.
I want to play a conversation that you had on your podcast back in September with Mace. Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
Is this some product placement? What's going on here?
So I'm gonna get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Okay, so I guess that's some sort of how do I put this? How do I put this for a family-friendly show like mine? I guess some sort of aphrodisiac or something. He's planning on doing some activities later after the interview. I'm guessing this is something that he's maybe known for. I don't know. I'll look it up after I'm done watching the clip here, but
Big horsepower it's an all-natural supplement, similar to Cialis, similar to Viagra. It's tree bark, it's roots, leaves, all made in, I don't want to say Ghana, but it's a part of Africa.
look at Abby Phillip's face. She's like, what in the hell have I gotten myself into here? You love to see it. I love to see flustered reporters, flustered buffoons like Abby Phillip here. She tried to go in and get like an inside story and all that, and she clearly didn't know what she was getting herself into, and this interview has gone totally sideways.
Sucks to be you.
I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. Y'all.
Gotta get the plugs in. Good man. He always be selling, right? He's getting his show in. The Is What It Is podcast. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. We'll put a link in the description because I want to support him after this. This is great stuff, and I thank him for the content.
Make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there, but for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think?
And there it is. She wants to find out who's behind Diddy. She wants to find out all these people who enabled him, all these people who supported him. She wants to go on a witch hunt here. She's basically looking for Cameron to squeal and snitch on the hip hop community, I guess, to find out who is behind Diddy and supporting him in the shadows that allowed him to get away with it, that enabled this behavior. Do you really think that's going to happen here, Abby? Come on.
That's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Yo, who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Man, come on, man. That's
Thanks
just
for
crazy,
joining
man.
us. Thank you for your time tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. You enjoy.
Mic drop. Holy crap, Abby Phillip. That's not a parachute. That's a knapsack. She bailed on that interview so fast, man. Did you see that? I absolutely love it. She got completely embarrassed on her own show because she tried to go a little too far in trying to implicate people and try to get to the real story where there may not even be a real story when you think about it. I don't know exactly what's going on there. I'm not up on all this news. This isn't my sphere that I regularly tune into here. But what I am going to do is when we come back, I am going to check out Cameron's podcast and see what happened in the aftermath of this interview. Like what you see so far? Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Also, leave us a comment and tell us what you're thinking. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another show. So here we are the morning after where everybody's eyes are clear. And we're looking at the Is What It Is podcast featuring Cameron and Mace. And Cameron is discussing sort of the behind the scenes of how this CNN disaster came about, pulling back the curtain to let us all know how this disaster of an interview actually took place.
Yeah, no, they invited me on the show to talk about what's going on with Diddy and all that. And then my thing about it was, Mace, is that they didn't invite me on to say about how successful our show is or the positive stuff we do in the community. We do all these positive things, and you call me on CNN for the bullshit, I'm gonna give you the bullshit. That's just what's gonna happen.
She wants all the smoke.
Makes it very clear to me, CNN wanted some tea on what's going on with Diddy from someone who would know without really doing any research into Cameron's background and who he rolls with as far as if he was actually signed by Diddy and his record label or what the real deal was with him and their relationship and all that. Because, you know, all these rappers, they're all the same, and CNN thinks you can get one, you get them all. So let's get one of them to come on the show and let's get some dirt on what's going on here. But Cameron wasn't with the bullshit, as he said here, and rightfully so.
So we got some free promo. I teased the Pink Horsepower. They tried to bring up when Mace bought me the Biggie instead of Puff, and I said, yeah, if you've seen it, what you asking me about it for? Like, it was self-explanatory. So I got us some free promo. I didn't get to shout out the Dipset Couture. Make sure you go online. But yeah, I just felt that you tried to use me, to whatever Diddy going through to down him. And listen, the video, I don't support it. I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't believe in anything that has to do with being a pedophile. I don't believe in sex trafficking. I think what I seen in the video was egregious, and the charges are fucked up. They're really.
I want to focus on one thing Cameron said here, and I completely agree with it. CNN tried to use him to get down in the mud about the whole situation with Diddy. They were using him as a pawn in their own game because they want to boost their ratings, trying to drum up a little controversy because controversy means cash for these networks, right? So he recognized that he was being used by them as a pawn in their game, and he totally messed up their game. I love that he recognized that. I love what he did to them. And maybe these buffoons in news will take a lesson from this situation and understand that A, Cameron's not your fool and he's not your pawn to play with. And B, stop trying to get in the mud to drum up ratings, because you'll end up like what happened with CNN and Abby Phillip.
Fucked up. Oh, wait, but I said what I said. I gave a disclaimer at the beginning. Then we got on the commercial. That was that. So that's how that went yesterday, man. I don't know why they didn't watch 60 Minutes. They didn't watch Bill O'Reilly. This is what I do on them joints, boys. Y'all keep inviting me up to Fox, CNN, 60 Minutes. Y'all already know what the resume is with them shows with me. But yeah, that's what happens, Stat. And real quick before you move on, that's what I really want to focus on, because I know we play and joke a lot, but y'all call us up there for that and don't invite us to talk about shit that's positive. Y'all called me like this. We did this in less than 24 hours. You could have called us up for a bunch of positive different things that we do, but you want to play games, that's what you got. That's just what it is. And I don't think we was playing games. I just went up there to promote all the different things that we have going on.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
And I'm saving my takes for the documentary.
Yeah.
Good for you, Mace. I'm glad to hear that as well. Cameron's point is very well taken here. CNN tried to use him. He was using them right back, because CNN wasn't interested in any feature story about what they do on their podcast or what they do maybe charitably or what they've been doing lately in their business or whatever. They wanted him to stir up the shit. They wanted him to create controversy. And he recognized it. He saw through the buffoonery and he exposed them for who they are. Bravo, Cameron. I love this. And folks, this is why we need to pay attention to what's going on, not only in politics, but in culture. When you see talents like this, when you see influential people like Cameron recognizing the games played by these hack news networks, then you know there's a little bit more of an awakening going on, maybe even politically, than you think about. Because if all these people are constantly thinking about how maybe CNN is trying to screw them over for ratings, for money, for whatever it is, that's a greater sign that all the people that they're influencing will also see through the bullshit as well here. I'm very heartened to see this. I think this is great. And the lesson to take away for all of us is, don't be used and don't use people. Treat people with respect, that way that everybody wants to be treated and should be treated. And don't try to use them, and don't get down in the mud with the drama and the nonsense, because you're the one that's going to end up looking the dirtiest out of all of it. Great stuff here from Cameron. I absolutely love it. I want to know what you guys think about all this. Let's get in the comments together and discuss this video. And as always, like and share the video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other shows. I'll see you guys in the comments discussing this buffoonery and all the other shenanigans happening every day this week in DUMBmocracy.
All views and opinions expressed here are not necessarily of the mainstream media and may offend some listeners. It's called political buffoonery.